Hello folks, welcome back to the show here on FlickDirect, where I give you guys the latest that happened in movie news throughout the week, and then I give you guys my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Austin Putnam, and let's kick off with some news that I'm telling you guys, when I saw this, I was about to erupt with joy. Now, as you can see here, due to the Sicario shirt, I love Denis Villeneuve. I love Sicario, I love Enemy, Prisoners, Arrival, Blade Runner 2049, which is one of my all-time favorite films, and as you all know, since I believe Blade Runner 2049 ended post-production ever since it came out, it was announced that Denis Villeneuve would be directing the reboot of Dune. As you guys know, Dune was released, I believe, back in the 1980s, I think, directed by David Lynch, and while it was very ambitious, I have not seen the film, but from what I have heard, it didn't get the greatest reviews. But just knowing that Denis Villeneuve is making the reboot of Dune makes me that much more excited to see it. I don't even have to see a trailer. Just when that's Denis Villeneuve makes me more psyched, but here's the thing now. Apparently we have a release date, and that release date is next November 20th of 2020. Give me this damn movie right now. Not to mention the film is a new DP. Unfortunately, it's not Roger Deakins, even though I would love to see what Roger Deakins would have loved to have done with Dune. But instead what we have is Greg Fraser, the same man who has worked on Zero Dark 30 and Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And if you guys have seen those two movies, they are gloriously shot films. So just knowing that he and Denis Villeneuve are working together, this is going to be one hell of a movie. And knowing what the plot of Dune is, or at least the synopsis, because again, I've never read the books or seen David Lynch's film, but just knowing what the plot of this film is, I cannot freaking wait. Just knowing that Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve both have films coming out next year, this is going to be incredible. Okay, so as we all know, the Oscars are airing very soon. They're actually airing next Sunday. I'm really excited to see who's going to win. I would love Black Panther to win, or Roma, that'd be great. But I don't know if you guys had followed the news when it came to the Oscars, but a couple of days ago, or I think it was a week ago or so, but the Oscars had aired, or the Oscars had mentioned that they would not be airing a couple of categories, two of them being cinematography and editing, to which I just thought, are you kidding me? But this led to a huge outcry among not only film fans, but directors. Jason Reitman had expressed his displeasure, and also Alfonso Cuarón had mentioned that every masterpiece in the history of cinema had existed without sound, without color, but no masterpiece had ever existed without two things: cinematography and editing. Well, I mean, sure, a soundtrack, sure, but yeah, if you really think about it, I mean, when it comes to movies, yeah, we need audio, but what do we need to see on the screen? A visual, like, for example, what you're seeing here is cinematography, how I framed it up. I try and make good looking videos for you guys nonetheless, but also this, that was probably a horrible cut, but what you guys saw there was a cut. That's editing, and those two are essentially essential for filmmaking. I mean, sure, sound is as well, but if you're making a silent film, then your soundtrack needs to carry everything. But after all the outcry, the Oscars say, you know what? Let's air all 24 categories. But no, I'm happy about this because really, when looking at the Oscars, this is a celebration for the best of film. Whether you're talking about picture, directing, editing, cinematography, the acting, the costume design, the visual effects. But nonetheless, I'm very happy that Academy did reverse their decision, saying, you know what, we're gonna show all 24 categories. I don't even know why they thought of this. I mean, nonetheless, the show is going to go over 3 hours. It all depends on how they spend that 3 hours. Coming into this next news story, I was initially very optimistic. I still am about the live-action adaptation of Aladdin. That's one of my favorite Disney films. I have grown to love it even more over time. I love the music. I love Aladdin, Jasmine, Jafar, the Genie. I mean, we'll never forget what Robin Williams did to that character. We will never forget about the amazing performance he brought to that character, seriously, and still, Robin Williams gone way too soon. But Aladdin is coming on the next couple of months, and a trailer was shown, to which I thought was very cool. But then a new TV spot was released that showed us our very first look at Will Smith as the Genie. I don't know how I feel about this. No, don't get me wrong. I love Will Smith, and I think he is a phenomenal choice for the Genie. I mean, his charisma, I mean, sure, no one will ever fill in the footsteps of what Robin Williams ever did, but you better find someone that has the charisma, and Will Smith definitely has that charisma. However, when I see him, all I see is just Will Smith playing Will Smith, not a Genie. Sure, I'm judging from what I saw based off of, what, like 5 to 10 seconds of footage, but just what I got from that impression alone, I don't know. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, and again, I know I'm basing this off of like 5 seconds of footage and a voice, but from what I'm seeing so far, I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, I'm still optimistic because I love Aladdin and I want to see where Guy Ritchie takes this film, but still just seeing after this trailer, I don't know. And plus Jafar, I don't know what to feel about Jafar either. Pumping the brakes a little bit on my end, but still optimistic about it nonetheless. Alrighty guys, so on to our final news story of the week. We have a new trailer that just came out, and I actually didn't know about this movie until I saw Happy Death Day 2 in the theaters, and that's for the trailer for this movie called Ma, starring Octavia Spencer as a person that buys alcohol for this group of teens, and she said, you know what, come over to my place, I'll give you guys a place to drink, which turns out to be this basement, and it turns out that this basement is actually the highest drinking place in town, and Mama, who is actually played by Octavia Spencer, gives these kids things, but it turns out that this person might have a bit darker secrets. And like I mentioned before, I didn't know about this film whatsoever until I saw Happy Death Day to You, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you know that Octavia Spencer is playing in a villain role? I want to see this movie. I mean, sure, it seems like a typical teen movie, honestly, but when that Octavia Spencer is behind this, I'm gonna give it a shot. But just seeing Octavia Spencer and a couple of shots in this trailer, it gave me just, oh my god, made me want to cringe, but in a good way. And plus, there was one particular part I was just like, oh my god, she is scaring the crap out of me. I'm excited about this movie. Give it to me. Seriously. Alright guys, and that's gonna do it for this week's show. Guys, please comment down and let me know below. How do you guys feel about Denis Villeneuve's Dune Reboot coming out November 20th, 2020? Does this make you guys even more excited? How do you guys feel about the Academy reversing decision to air all 24 Oscar categories? Does this make you guys even happier? How do you guys feel about Will Smith's look as the Genie? How do you guys feel about it? And finally, have you guys seen the trailer to Ma? What do you guys think? Are you guys excited to see that? Let me know below. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video goes live. If you guys wanted to see any of our previous 2 shows, please click either right there or there. And of course, until next week, we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys.